Also, one of the things that can make the grade center show that mark is if you choose certain types of questions in the test. For example, if we look at the test options and then look at the test itself and check the question creation, there are types of questions, as you all know, like essay questions, or for instance, file uploads. So when you include these in the test, you have to go into each student's attempt to see that file, open it, and read it, or you need to read that essay. Consequently, if you choose an essay question or a file upload question, it will also show in the grade center that it needs grading. All the questions that are true, sharp, false, or multiple choice, the system grades them automatically and gives the student their score, except for those two types of questions. There are types of questions, like essay questions or file upload questions. So when you include them in the test, you have to go into each student's attempt to see that file, open it, and read it. If you choose an essay question or a file upload question, it shows in Grade Center as needing grading. True, false, and multiple choice questions are graded automatically, except these two types. For those two types, the system can't grade them. You must check the student's attempt. You'll find 20 questions and you'll see the essay question. Check and grade it yourself. Same for file upload. These are the key points. Essay or file upload questions show in Grade Center as needing grading. True, false, and multiple choice questions are auto-graded, except essay and file upload. You must grade essay and file upload manually. Check and grade the essay question yourself. Same for file upload. These points may cause the mark to show in your test. To avoid this, steer clear of questions needing grading and avoid forced completion in settings. Don't set it. Except for these two questions, the system cannot correct them. You must go to the student's attempt yourself. You will find 20 questions. You will find the question, which is the essay. You must see it yourself and give the student the grade for it. Also, the question about uploading the file, the same idea is the question about uploading the file. As for this part, these are the points. What is possible in a test is that I find that my test has this mark, even though it is a test. So you can avoid this issue. So if you avoid the questions that require a grade, you can also avoid the part that is in the settings that we mentioned, which is the completion assignment part. You can avoid it and not specify it. And for the part about turning this off, don't set it to off, leave it on. Also, about the due date part, avoid setting a due date for this test. So, about this part, nothing is unclear. Today, we are talking about Blackboard, tests, and assignments. If unclear, I can create an assignment and a test to demonstrate. Dr. Ahmed often asks to download a PDF version of an online test or assignment in multiple choice format using save command on a large device. If this issue happens to you, anything related to Blackboard, tests, and assignments, we will clarify together, God willing. So, is there anything unclear? If things aren't clear, I can create an assignment and a test, let the students in and enter as a student myself to correct and demonstrate everything, to make it clearer. Dr. Ahmed is asking here, saying that he often requests to download a PDF version of an online test or assignment in multiple choice format and uses the save command, and it downloads from a large device. So, please pay attention to this specific point that Dr. Ahmed mentioned. If this issue happens to you, you should go into the course and you should access it through the English interface. Usually the problem arises when you deal with it in the Arabic interface. What I mean is, let me clarify a part about the online test. So let's try this together. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to enter the grade center, and Dr. Ahmed and I will be with me to see if this is really what you want or not, just to make sure everything is absolutely clear. I'm going to access the grade center and attempt to print it out successfully. Let's see if this is what you need, and ensure that. I hope it's a test that has attempts, so that we can thoroughly check it out. I hope it's a test that hopefully has attempts, so I can get the same case or a similar situation that Dr. Ahmed is talking about, exactly like, for example, a practice test. Let's find a practice test. This is the attempt deletion. See the details of the attempt. A test like this one, which is out of 10 points. So I saw a student's attempt. This is a trial course. You all have 20 questions, 30 questions, and 40 questions. I have one trial course, created one question. These are all his questions. There are many questions, but I only have this one question, and he scored 10 out of 10. Dr. Ahmed says, I press Control P to print. So what does the doctor say? He says, what appears is this page in white. It showed up now. Dr. Ahmed is saying the steps are like this. Let's try it. It appeared here. Save it to see how the final result appears. Doing it now. What is it? Save. This is a trial course. I created one question. Dr. Ahmed says, I come here and press Control P to print. What appears is this page in white. Save to see the final result. Save it. What does the doctor say? Dr. Ahmed says this page appears white. Dr. Ahmed is saying the steps are indeed like this. It appeared here, but it's better that I save it to see how the final result appears. Save it on the desktop or in the downloads. When you save any file, the name isn't a logical name. That can cause problems with the device and with Windows. Keep it simple. I'll name it report. Report or taqrir in Arabic. I say save. Thank God it showed up for me. And I say, well, for example, save it on the desktop or in the downloads. Of course, it's also a good tip for you all. When you come to save any file, the name that's there isn't a logical name. That causes problems with the device. It causes problems with Windows. So usually, when the name is too long, you might try to open it, and it might not open. So, it's better for you to just keep it simple. I always use one word to keep it easy for myself. I'll name it report, and that's it. So, report or taqrir in Arabic or anything. I say save, and then I come to the downloads. Here I have report, and I'll open it now. Thank God it showed up for me. What Dr. Ahmed said is indeed correct. Because there was a time, and I believe it was last year, when we would follow the same steps and find that this page was completely white, empty, with nothing on it. So, what was the solution to this problem back then? The best solution for this now, thank God, is that it has almost been resolved. The solution is that while you are inside the course, I am dealing with what interface? The Arabic language, which is my tasks and all that stuff in Arabic. You need to switch the interface to English. Where do you go to change it? You will find at the very bottom something called customization. Do you see it? It's called customization. You will find it here under customization and select something called customization. We choose the properties from it. Oh, when you choose the properties and start moving under a little bit, you will find that it tells you what the language pack or language pack is now. What is the Arabic language? You will tell it, no, leave it for the other language, the English language. Unit as tests. Hit. We will choose it. And what is the language pack imposed? Yes, leave this language pack imposed. And then you click on the word send. You will switch your course to English from here. Then you can access the grade center, which is the full grade center. You can retrieve the student's attempt and follow the same steps I did to print it, and it will work for you. This is in case you tried to print it while the course interface was in Arabic and ended up with a blank page. So you should switch the course language directly to English, execute the steps you need to take, and print it, and the data will show up. After you print and the data appears, come back here and switch the course back to the Arabic interface, and you can work normally without any issues. So that's regarding this part. So you should switch the course language directly to English, follow the steps you need to take, and print it, and the data will show up. After you print and the data appears, come back here and switch your course back to the Arabic interface, and you can work normally without any issues. Okay, that's essentially regarding this part.